So in today's video, we'll discuss some more words to improve our vocabulary. So let me start with the word circumspect. And circumspect means prudent or discreet. So let's create a sentence with circumspect. We must be circumspect when making claims regarding the power of machine learning in solving real-world problems. The next word I have is coffer. That's C-O-F-F-E-R, and coffer means a chest of valuables or a large money box. And coffer is typically used in a more figurative sense in talking about the total corpus of funds which are there with a particular institution. So let's create a sentence out of the word coffer. Many top-ranked universities have bulging coffers due to donations and can provide scholarships to needy students. The next word I have is conducive. And conducive means to have a tendency to promote or help. So let's create a sentence with this. The zero dust clean room was conducive for experiments on semiconductors. The next word I have is contrite. And contrite means penitent or remorseful. So I have a sentence with this. Chen was contrite when it was found out that he had plagiarized in his thesis. The next word I have is gall. That's G-A-L-L. And gall has two meanings. One is a literal meaning of bile secreted in the liver. The second meaning is temerity. One more word I have is flout, and flout is to mock or to disregard with contempt. One more word is condescend, and condescend means to come down from one's position, rank or dignity, and the second meaning is to patronize somebody. So essentially when somebody is condescending, he is behaving in a manner similar to a boss behaves to his minions. So he's talking very nicely and politely, but he's essentially telling this person that he does not know many things or he has a lot of catching up to do. So let's create a sentence with these three words: gall, flout, and condescending. Ram had the gall to flout the typesetting guidelines of the journal. His paper was rejected by the journal staff in a condescending manner. So again, this is something which can happen. The next word I have is gambit, G-A-M-B-I-T. And gambit typically comes from chess, and it means a starting move in chess which involves the sacrifice of a pawn. And typically a gambit is done in the hope that it may lead to something bigger. So let's create a sentence with gambit. Ramesh's gambit of taking the SAT Math Level 2 subject test helped him to mitigate the consequences of his low grades in high school. The next word I have is nexus, N-E-X-U-S, and nexus means connection or bond, and often this is used in a somewhat negative sense. So let's use the word nexus. The nexus between politicians and large companies can be deleterious for startups. The next word I have is panache, that's P-A-N-A-C-H-E. And panache has a literal meaning of a plume of feathers worn on a cap or headgear. So you must have seen them in many tribal settings, as well as non-tribal settings, I should say. The second meaning, which is more widely used, is dashing or flamboyant. So let's use the second meaning in a sentence. Dr. Rao displayed panache during his conference presentations. He would justify his designs with numerous 3D printed models. The next word I have is frenetic. That's F-R-N sorry, Frenetic, frenetic. And frenetic means frenzied or to have a violent, mentally disturbed state of mind. So let's create a sentence with frenetic. Ram received his visa a week before the conference. He started to make frenetic preparations for his travel requirements. So again, this is something which can happen when you plan for a conference in some foreign country which is somewhat reluctant to give you the visa. So again, these were some words I had for you today, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and please stay tuned to my channel for more videos on such topics. Thank you very much.